This is the meter cupboard.
200 views, wow!
We've got the worst of it removed. It's going to be tight. Try not to glue your fingers together.
No basic insulation on show.
And come out all fixed.
I'm going to find out immediately when there's a new
Morning, today we're back in that flat and we're going to be sorting out the meter cupboard and the old wiring from the incomer for the, what do you call it, economy 7 heating. It's got underfloor heating here and all that side of things, so it's an interesting little project. And then we're going to be fitting a new board, some extra sockets and finding what looks like a fault on the lighting circuit somewhere. So I'll spin the camera around and show you that. This is the meter cupboard. We've got board there for underfloor heating, rewirable fuses. That board's going to be swapped out. Fuse connection units for the towel radiator. There's the meter. And then that time clock, that big junction box, that enormous isolator switch there, and that meter are all connected to the, or were connected to the underfloor heating, so they're all going to go. So we'll have some room back in that cupboard to play with, basically. Okay. Okay, so we've got the worst of it removed. That board's being swapped out. That we're leaving for now and then going to sort something out, another board for that later. So we'll move the smart meter, swap the Henley blocks and get the new board fitted at some point. Right, we're back again. So I'll spin the camera around in a sec. We've got new tails on, we've moved the meter, earth bar. We're just about ready to rip the old board off. I don't have a lot of circuit marking up to do because it's pretty obvious, so I've just put some marker pen on the rings, or the ring. So I'll spin the camera around and we'll have a look at that. See you in a sec. There we go, new tails. And the box all set up, move the meter. You can see underneath, no basic insulation on show. Fuse fell out. I've put some marker pen on the ring, and then I've got two radials in 2.5mm. One's a towel rad, so we don't need that. One's the immersion heater. They would offer 32, which is not correct. And then we've got the 6mm for the shower. Ready to put my new board on. So this is a Hager board. The earths in here are very short, and that's the maximum play. I've pulled the alarm through the back there. That fuse connection unit was the bathroom towel radiator, so, and they've taken that through the back of the or the board. So I'll sort that out. I haven't decided quite what I'm doing with that yet, but we'll get that sorted in a bit. I don't know if you can see, but I've glued the grommet strip on. I'm fed up on these boards, this grommet strip coming off when you're trying to get the cables through. So I've just used Mitre Bond, Mitre Fast, whatever the brand is, doesn't really matter. So 2-part, try not to glue your fingers together. That's the big problem with it. We're now ready to try and get everything through. I'm going to set that up and fix it. You can see I've got all the cables through, just enough length. It's going to be tight. We'll fix that there. Fix the board on. So some put washers on. I don't really see the point, it's going nowhere that. You can if you want. It's solid, it's level. I'm tight on length. So now I've put a couple of knockouts in the bottom because I've got this fuse connection unit to go on. So I'll put a 1mm feed on that. And there's my hole for my tails. And then we'll put some sealant in the back of that afterwards. There's all the RCBOs in. Tails are in, main earth, bonding. RCBO neutrals, functional neutrals I think they're called. And I ferrule the 1.5mm, the 2.5 and bigger. I don't find it's pointless because they're already pre-formed and sort of heated up, I don't know what you call it. So they're already shaped, and it's more faffing around to actually put ferrules on those. It's just like the big neutral there. You can see it's sort of crimped and heated up. I don't know what the word is for that, anodized or something. So that works for me. So there's the finished board. Not my neatest, but I was constrained by the fact that the cables coming in were really short, so I've got next to nothing to work with. A little thing that I do, you can just see here and there, where I've got more than one cable in a breaker, I mark the earth and the live, or the line, however you want to call it, up, so that when I'm testing I know which one it is. So where it's a ring there, I've got 2 dots and a 1 dot, and 2 dots and a 1 dot there, and that one is the alarm, and the lights are in the same breaker, which I'm not changing because it's a bit like a smoke alarm the way I see it. If the lights go off, you're not going to wander around in the dark, so the alarm will still be on. If we come down and have a look here, I like a nice cleat to fix my tails. So there's my new tails. 7 to 10 clip for the earth, just tidies it up, stops it flapping around. Your tails are supposed to be clipped so that they can't pull out under stress. No basic insulation on show, as it should be. So players' tails now, I think they're 16. I'm pretty sure they're 16, but because of the arrangement at the top of the cutout, I'm not going to change those. I'm not risking drilling that out and it shattering on me. So, and of course the client's responsibility, my responsibility is from the meter onwards. Now you could say I shouldn't have moved any of that, but I've got to work, I've got to find space to work in a cupboard. So there it is, finished job. Just put the cover on. and we should be good to go. So put intumescent sealing in there. There we go. That's that board. That's a job for another day. In the end I put that as a spur so I don't have to come back. And then there we've got incomer all fixed. The cleats. Oh. Right, finished job. So service cutout, tails, Henley blocks. Henley blocks are because we've got future expansion of underfloor heating systems which aren't being used at the moment. They were broken. Fuse connection unit for the tile radiator with a 3 amp fuse in it now. Board all labelled up. Well, that was an interesting little job. Quite pleased with the way that went. Didn't start the board till about 1:15. And I always feel a bit under pressure doing boards. I think David Savory said that in a recent video. And you do, you do in the ICR, but you just never know what's going to happen until you turn it on. Anyway, that one's out the way. I've got to go back a week today to add a couple of extra sockets in one of those horrible matrixy stud wall things. Fit a kitchen light, and then plan out what we're going to do with underfloor heating. So we'll come to that in another video. So don't forget to subscribe, like and share, and hit the notification bell if you want to find out immediately when there's a new if you want to find out immediately when there's a new video. So I've passed the 200 views. Wow. How pathetic can you get? Gonna keep cracking on, gonna keep trying. So keep coming back. I'm not giving up. See you on the next one. Bye.